Hello, I'm Amy Harbison. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging, devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. This month, we discuss some of the Commission's priorities, and we learn about Ride-On's new Flex service. But first, as increasingly more services become available online, the county's Senior Planet Montgomery program aims to help older adults leverage the use of technology to enhance their daily lives. Here's a look at their latest graduation.
Taking care of our most vulnerable populations, adding to the quality of life of residents across the entire county is truly remarkable. And the dedicated professionals that we have within the department work tirelessly every day. And their work often goes unnoticed, but it is so critically important, especially in today's time, where the fastest growing demographic we have in Montgomery County is our older adult population. 9% of our population today is over the age of 65, and that will be 22% over the next 16 years, which presents tremendous opportunities, and both for volunteerism, and as we all know, retirement now enters really, in many ways, the second phase of our careers. And so I am actually joined here today by my mom and dad, Marisol and Marcelo, who are among the most active people I have ever seen in my life, and more active in retirement, I think, in many ways, than they were when they were working. And as if they have always taught me, you never stop learning. Every day you can pick up something new. I will be candid and let you know that digital platforms overwhelm me. They scare me. And the pace of technology is difficult to keep up with for everybody, but in particular, our older adult population. Social isolation is a huge issue in Montgomery County. Accessing programs and services now almost requires that you have the ability and know how to navigate the internet. And so opportunities like this to teach entrepreneurial skills, to teach people how to access different programs. So I'm thrilled and honored to be with all of you today, and I know my colleagues on the County Council remain extraordinarily committed to ensuring we enhance programs like this moving forward, and we do everything we can to support all of you. Muchas gracias.
The startup was like a class that introduced you to how to start up your own business. And that was a very, very intensive course, tons of information. And I was telling our instructor, Mikey Oates, that we should split that in two classes because it's too much information there. But for the 10 weeks, I learned a lot. And we learned how to set up accounts on Facebook, PayPal, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter. And then we did business accounts on eBay, Etsy, Upstart. So that's a lot of work right there. And the next course I took was Wellness Essentials. This was a great class for somebody who wants to learn about nutrition and exercise, how to watch what you eat and count your calories, and how many steps you take in a day. And so what they did was on the 5th week of the course, they gave us a Fitbit fitness tracker. They gave it to us for 5 weeks to use, which was great. I loved it because I started tracking all my calories and everything, set a goal for losing weight, which I didn't achieve, unfortunately. And it was really helpful for me to be aware of what I should be doing to become more fit, more active, and to be able to set goals, and that Fitbit really helped me do that. So I'm looking for one now. Unfortunately, I had to return the one that they lent me, and I asked to buy it, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. And the last course was called iPad Basics. It was a pretty interesting course, and I never used an iPad before, so I got introduced to navigation and health benefits research on websites like Medline Plus, Mayo Clinic, WebMD, and other websites. And also we got to go to a website called Luminosity, where you can play brain games and brain training, which is a very interesting exercise. If you have a chance to go on that website, it's really good. So anyway, that's what I did, and I appreciate being given the opportunity to take these courses, and I recommend that everybody does so. It's all free, which is the best part of it, and I really am looking forward to taking more courses with Senior Planet. Thank you very much.
This partnership that we have for Department of Technology Services and our senior programs has won a national award. It's the National Association of Counties, and we're very proud of the work that we do. And so, that's it. Big round of applause. And that work and that award would not have happened without really great work by this Schweinhout Senior Center, both Amanda and Karen, who supported the program, and all the staff here that pitch in and really help out, as well as DTS, of course. Amanda was not aware of this, so we're going to make her do a speech. No, I'm kidding. We'd like to present this proclamation to Amanda. Basically, it's an acknowledgement of her work as a champion and a leader supporting both Schweinhout Senior Center and the Senior Planet program. So congratulations, Amanda. Thank you.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Here's your chance to save money and help the environment. Bring your reusable bag when you shop and you'll save 5 cents for every store bag you don't need. Retailers in Montgomery County charge 5 cents for the plastic or paper bags they provide. Why? Because plastic bags are the biggest single source of stream and waterway litter, causing pollution and flooding. And every year, Montgomery County spends $3 million on cleanup. So do yourself and the environment a favor. Bring your reusable bag when you shop. You'll fight litter and keep the change.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now. Introducing Ride on Flex, Montgomery County Department of Transportation's new on-demand transit service to help you get around and define Rockville and Glenmont-Wheaton zones. Download the Ride on Flex app to book your ride. No fixed stops or fixed schedules. The Flex comes when you book. New 11-passenger buses are wheelchair accessible and have free Wi-Fi. And you ride for $2 or less. Visit rideonflex.com for service areas and hours of operation.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. The Montgomery County Commission on Aging identifies significant issues that impact the ability for people 55 plus in our county to make Montgomery County a community for a lifetime. Joining us today is Dr. Jean Dinwiddie, a pharmacist, an expert on medication management, and chair of the Montgomery County Commission on Aging. Hi, Jean. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us today. So tell us about what the Commission on Aging is.
The Commission on Aging is primarily an advocacy organization. We were founded in 1974 by the county, and we advocate to local governments and state governments when appropriate.
Wonderful. And what would you say are some of the leading priorities for you right now when it's such a broad area, older adults? What do you think are your biggest
You're
priorities?
absolutely right. And one of our biggest challenges is focusing down.
Sure.
Most of our work, we have monthly meetings and monthly committee meetings. Most of our work gets done at the committee level,
Right.
and each committee sets its own priorities. As the organization as a whole, the commission as a whole, I would say our priorities are affordable housing, protection of vulnerable older adults, and
Any other-
diversity.
Diversity.
We had twice a year, or we have two big meetings
Right.
in a year. Our legislative breakfast, where it's the Montgomery County delegates to the state, and a public forum where we both share information and get information on what's important to seniors. So our last public forum was on diversity, where we talked about starting the conversation. Montgomery County is one of the most diverse counties in the nation,
Yes.
and our seniors, our older adults, have different needs depending on their community.
Sure.
Language. We did see some themes that were in common. Language, transportation is always an issue.
And so can the general public access these forums? Are they truly public?
They are truly public, yes, and they are well advertised. If you go on to the Montgomery County government website and search Commission on Aging, our calendar is there. We have all open meetings, so
Great.
anyone from the public can attend any of our meetings. They can access any of the agendas, any of the minutes. We form our priorities by hearing from experts in the field. We might identify a subject that we think is important to older adults.
Right.
I serve on the Health and Wellness Committee as a pharmacist. So
Makes sense.
one of the things we want to look at is hearing loss and how that affects social isolation. And that will really cut across all of our different committees, because social isolation is such a
big issue.
such a big issue and such a detriment to our older adults.
Sure. And it seems to me that you're doing a lot to change the perception of what aging in the county is like, that it's not just seen as a deficit, but that people are really skilled and can bring a lot of
Yes.
value to a community.
And that it's a spectrum of people. So many times when you see ads for older adults and everybody's healthy and happy and out running, well, that's a portion of the older adult community,
yes.
but there are also older adults who are frailer and need help. So just like younger adults,
Yes.
older adults are across a spectrum of abilities and needs.
That's so important to know. If people are interested in serving on the commission, Tell me about the makeup of the commission.
Well, the commission is, we have 2/3 of it's about 25 commissioners. 2/3 of the commission are older adults, and 1/3 are younger adults. And we really like to have that mix in there. It's always, the intergenerational give and take is always a wonderful thing, and to get the input from others. Many in that younger generation will wind up being caregivers, and that's an important issue for us as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I could imagine there are so many issues, and they must switch out depending on what's seen as the biggest need of the moment.
Yes,
That's
yes,
great.
of course. So each term that you would apply if you go onto the county website and search for the Commission on Aging. You can look on how to apply there. The application right now is closed. We take applications in the late fall, and then they are appointed. We interview. Commissioners are appointed by the county executive and approved by the county council.
Terrific.
And that happens in the early spring.
Wonderful. Well, the commission's doing really important work. We're so grateful you could be with us today, and we'll have to have you back to talk about more successes in the future.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
very
much.
much.
When we come back, we will find out about the Department of Transportation's first on-demand bus service provided by Ride On.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Introducing Ride On Flex, Montgomery County Department of Transportation's new on-demand transit service to help you get around and define Rockville and Glenmont-Wheaton zones. Riding the Flex is easy. Download the Ride On Flex app. Select your pickup and drop-off locations within the zone. And go to your pickup location, a corner near you. And you ride for $2 or less. Visit rideonflex.com for service areas and hours of operation.
Get there faster. Ride On has a new Route 129 limited stop service running along US 29 corridor. There are convenient park and ride lots along the route where parking is free, getting cars off the road, reducing congestion, which can decrease commute time. Visit rideonbus.com to stay up to the minute with schedules, updates, or delays. The Route 129 limited stop service runs in both directions along US Route 29, just 15 stops from the Burtonsville Park and Ride to the Paul Sarbanes Silver Spring Transit Center with our regular fare of $2. Ride On. Get there faster.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Ride On is launching the Washington region's first on-demand public transit service. Sam Aji and Will Kenlaw from the Montgomery County Department of Transportation are here to tell us about this new pilot service. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
So this is very exciting news, this new program that's about 3 months old, correct?
3 weeks.
3 weeks old?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about the service. Where exactly is the area that this on-demand service is available?
So the Flex service is the first of its kind in the Washington region. It's an on-demand ride-on bus service where residents can use a transit app to request a bus ride. Within specified areas that we've identified in the county, for instance, it's Rockville, Wheaton, and Glenmont. So if you're within those geographic zones that we've identified, then you can use the Flex. It's a no fixed schedule and no fixed bus stop service. So it's a corner-to-corner service, and if you're in a wheelchair, then it's actually curb-to-curb. So it's a really convenient service that we hope will fill the need for the first mile, last mile to other bus routes or to metro stations or really connections from household to household within those areas.
So the goal is to kind of fill a gap where you saw need and where people needed to be able to get to.
Right. We're trying to connect people to places within these zones. And so that includes metro stations, but it's really anywhere people want to go. They want to go to the library, they want to go to the grocery store, they want to go to a house of worship, wherever people want to go.
Okay, so that's really what the on-demand is. It's when people need it, they're able to use this app. So can you tell us a little bit about the app and how it works?
Well, the app is really easy to navigate. First of all, you download it from either the Apple Store or the Google Store. You register, and then you just put in your pickup and drop-off locations. The app itself will let you know which corner you'll be picked up from and which corner you'll be dropped off at.
Right.
Now, if you're in a wheelchair, it's actually the bus comes to your curb to pick you up. And then payment is, we use the exact same current ride-on fare schedule. So you can use a smart trip card, you can use the bus passes, you can use cash, you can use tokens to pay for it. And currently on ride-on, seniors ride free during certain hours. That also applies to the Flex.
Kids ride free as well.
Kids ride free all the time on ride-on. That also applies to the Flex.
Terrific. And what are you seeing so far in your few weeks of piloting this program?
A lot of excitement. The people are really gravitating towards this service. We are getting requests from all over the county, basically. When are you coming to my neighborhood? When are you going to expand this thing? Tell us more about it. We have a ton of information on our website, rideonflex.com. We have frequently asked questions out there. We have the terms of the service, the span of service. We actually have the maps that are out there. So that's, and they want to know the same questions that you are, how many riders are participating. Currently, we have 20 to 25 per week. That's trending up. We have over 1,300 persons have downloaded the app. So we're hoping that number will continue to climb. And we want people to download the app and start playing with it. Even if you're not in the zone, download the app, begin to play with that.
Get familiar.
Because, get familiar with it. And then as we hopefully expand the service, you will be ready to go.
That's great. And do people can they ride alone, or might they be traveling with other people?
Well, the bus is an 11-passenger bus, which is wheelchair accessible as well. You can schedule for as many as 6 people each time. You can ride individually. When the bus arrives, after you schedule the trip, the bus operator will try to just ask, if you are the person who scheduled the trip by maybe your name and things like that, just to identify that he's picking up the right or her is picking up the right client for the trip. So it's really convenient. We believe it's going to fill a huge need. Through this pilot process, we hope to gather a lot of information really from both the riders, the residents, and we also feel like we can get some data, valuable data, which can then help us as we move forward to either expand the program. Just think about parts of the county with limited bus service. Look at Poolsville, Up County, neighborhoods with smaller roads where the big buses cannot get in and navigate.
That's great.
This is a service that will be really beneficial through the, moving into the future. So the pilot is really important. And we also understand, being the first in the region, we also have to share data with the other public transit agencies within the region, whether it's DC, Virginia.
And they're requesting.
They're requesting
Yes, I
information,
bet.
best practices and lessons learned. So we're going to make ourselves available to do that.
That's great. And so do you have a plan for who would be next if this expands, or is it under wraps right now?
Not yet.
No plan, but we expect a lot of input on that, and the key decision makers will lead us with that.
That's terrific. Well, I know we haven't gotten to the range of services that you provide in addition, but we certainly will have you back on, I'm sure, to give us an update on how this is going. And just remind us again of how people can find out more.
Well, any information about Flex is on our webpage. It's right on flex.com, as well as 311 will give you all the information. If you're in Montgomery County, outside of Montgomery County, it's 240-777-0311. And since we're on the seniors today, I would also like to give out information about our information and referral line. This is Connect the Ride. It's a phone number where people can call and get information about all the transportation options in the county for our seniors. It's at 301-738-3252.
Perfect.
Information and referral specialists are on staff to help you, guide you to find what you need to get around in the county and beyond.
Terrific. Well, thank you so much for sharing this exciting news about a new service, and we absolutely look forward to hearing in the future how it's going.
Thank you for having us.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Don't forget that you can access this show and a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Bro? Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. That was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit SaveTheFood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!